Hello Geminis, welcome to your January 2026 reading. I've been doing a 3-card draw. So we're going to get a card from your angels, archangels, guardian angels, so that kind of angelic group. We're going to get a card from your animal spirit guide that may be working with you now or greeting you. It could be kind of saying hello, right? Whoever you're about to work with next. So we'll see which one's working with you from your animal spirit guide totem. And then we're getting a message, a card from loved ones. So anyone you've loved and lost, person or pet, will come through. Pairing some charms with their messages just to emphasize. I do timestamp below. So if you want to jump ahead to your messages, feel free. Otherwise, we will hang out together. And as I shuffle the cards, get the charms, I generally just kind of babble and share initial impressions or messages that I got before even starting a reading. So that's what I'll get into now. So we'll start with the angels here. Get our first card up in our 3-card draw. Geminis. Start of a new year. I'm feeling there's just like I don't know if you see that my hand's starting to shake. So I don't know if it's not necessarily a shake as in anxious nerves. I'm feeling more like fragile, just if you have aging people around you, normally with age, just we start to, get a little weaker. Maybe that's what I'm trying to say. We can, oh, they just want me to leave that one. I'm not even going to shuffle. Interesting. I don't know. There's like a fragility here that I'm feeling. Maybe you're emotionally fragile, physically fragile, maybe not sleeping well, so you're physically just a little weaker, right? Your muscles, your mind, your body, just a little more drained. We'll just pair with the charms. We'll see what charms they want to add to their messages. I'm trying to think here, just because they're also showing me like home and environment. So maybe you're not necessarily the one feeling sort of that fragility or weakness, but maybe your home is. So there could be like a home repair, but like this would be like, down to the studs kind of status stage. Your loved one's really digging here for a charm. Or it could be like a work environment feels very like tentative, like you don't really know what's up, what's going on. Sorry for the noise and a bit of charm mess here. We got the apple. We have a little heart that snuck in on there with the card. Got my stoplight, clock, stopwatch. Maybe that's why I was picking up home here with this 3rd card. And then we've got the butterfly kind of kicking us off. Okay. This will be kickstarting. I'm just adjusting the camera because I'm trying to make sure this is kind of clear over here. So we're going to start with the angels. And just as I said that, the clock stamp here was 444 and it got my attention. So I'm going to write angel number 444. And that message, added message, will be down there below for you. So if you're interested in that angel number, 444, kind of what that message is for you, the meaning, go ahead and check the video description. Starting with the angels, they chose this beautiful butterfly by the charms, and it's hanging out with a ladybug here on the wing. So, you know, ladybugs are good fortune, good favor. This top pairing of wings looks like rib cages to me, so chest area. So it could be good fortune, good favor in matters of the heart. Could be good fortune, good favor in any kind of, exercising or recovering, any kind of work you might be doing on the chest area. That might be a focus for you. Or there's a message here of there is some good fortune, some good favor. So kind of just breathe more easily, right? Just kind of bring your breath, bring your kind of give yourself some stability here. Just kind of zoom in here on the. There we go. A little ladybug here. But yeah, they're really emphasizing the pattern here in the wings of sort of just more ease here in the rib cages. Kind of breathe easy in the chest. Calm your heart. Calm your heart. And we have the Three of Swords. So with this Three of Swords, you kind of could see the angels here at work. You know, they're coming in. This little angel or fairy down here has removed, right, all of this stuff that you don't need, right, that doesn't need to be around your heart. So this could be emotional items. This kind of looks like those microscopic images. So this could be something viral. Maybe you were doing recovering from a chest cold, or something in that area, that region, that they're kind of helping to shed here. Even with the swords, this could be medication, right? Sort of representing like needles or or just repetitive, like a repetitive cycle or process that you've been going through in order to heal. And you've got the angels here kind of watching over, helping. You might have some earth angels watching over you, helping as well, with sort of this area, this chest region. So chest cold, chest virus, chest issue, matters of the heart, something weighing on your heart, or an emotional recovery here. So you've kind of, all this is shed. It's all dropping away. It's all falling away from you, right? The clouds are starting to part here. Now the fairies and the angels are rushing in to start withdrawing the swords, right? So there's this beautiful message of, you might not feel fully recovered, fully, as they say, out of the woods. Maybe that's where I was getting that kind of fragility still, like a little bit of weakness. Not that you were completely drained, but if you're going through a process, you're not going to feel like 100% optimal, right? You're not going to feel that 100%, 110% healthy. So just acknowledging that you kind of came into the year with, a concern, a matter weighing on you, but there's some good fortune, good favor happening here with it. So positivity in terms of sort of the treatment plan, the progress you're making, right? Because you're shedding, the progress you're making here to whole wellness. So it'll be interesting to see how angel number 444 connects into that with you, or for you, I should say. So make sure you check out that message below. I don't know why my throat's getting all caught up this morning as well. Okay. Maybe we're connecting in here with your animal spirit guide in terms of why my throat is playing funny. I should pick up both. We have the apple paired with the heart, gold side up. That kind of snuck out and fell in. The apple is all about nourishment, not only nourishment of body, but this is nourishment of soul and nourishment of mind. So this could be knowledge, wisdom, information gaining. In terms of nourishment of soul, this is just regaining hope, connecting back in with any spiritual beliefs you have, kind of leaning into that, and it's helping you, right? It's nourishment. Or this is like diet change, just getting more water, drinking more cups of water a day. So some kind of positive shift here that you're making in terms of your overall nourishment. But they keep bringing me back to like wisdom, knowledge, information, clarity with this apple. I keep seeing, I grew up in Canada, I grew up with a TV show where their sort of logo was this owl. Trying to think of the name, something club. It was like these youth, obviously it's a child show, so the main people on screen were youth, but it felt like camp counselor like. These groups of kids would go different places, meet with experts, gain some knowledge, but it was all about kind of, it was more centered on like learning through play, I guess I should say. Now this heart that snuck in, I don't know if there's a connection you'll make, because the apple keeps wanting to like cuddle up here with the heart, and the heart wants to be with the apple. So I don't know if there's like a new connection, a new bond that you make through this. Could be, whatever source of the source of the information becomes a good contact in your network, a good buddy, a good friend. A bond develops, but it's connected to the nourishment that you're making, that you're going through. So we have the chameleon spirit, act as if. Another sign had this month. They're also working with the chameleon for their own reasons. But what I love about this is just putting yourself in the mindset here, the blue hue, focusing on the crown of the chameleon here. The emphasis here, sort of the emotional space that maybe you're in right now as you're going through recovery, etc. Again, I was drawn to this gathering of knowledge. So again, have the emphasis on the crown, the headspace, your mindset, and through it, you're able to be more adaptable, be more flexible, be more present, right? They might be helping you kind of be okay with and kind of just acknowledge and go through what you're going through. I want to say like you're kind of changing with the seasons, or maybe that's the kind of treatment schedule you were on. Or perhaps you're someone like me with, depending on what season it is, you're more social, less social, but there's like this change that it feels coming for you with the season. Like you're spending the balance of the winter season here, so Jan, Feb, March, in this kind of knowledge gathering space, but then we have spring here, at your back, coming, starting to change, and you're starting to change with the season. So and the little flower here is also like the heart, again, someone's sneaking in here in the back. So maybe there's a beautiful kind of connection, beautiful person, beautiful spirit that's going to come around, that's going to meet you, that you're going to cross paths with around the springtime, or as springtime comes to being, so March, April. But they seem to have some kind of additional impact here on you. Good favor, right? Because it's nourishment. And this is all about just being present, sitting in what you're sitting in, acknowledging this is happening to me, or this is what I'm working on, I should say more so. This is what I'm working on, this is what I'm gathering. And maybe you're kind of attracting them in, you're kind of pulling them into you here, which is good. So you've got good favor and some positivity around a connection that's coming in, a new bond you'll be making. Okay. So your loved ones, let's see what message they have for you. I'm just writing Chameleon before I forget. Okay. So we have the planets coming into alignment. And this is like my grandfather clock charm. I always kind of see it as like the light means like caution, yield, pay attention, right? It's like a spotlight. So like wait, right? Let's take a pause. And then I always see it as like a clock on the wall, grandfather clock with the pendulum kind of swinging. So now is the time to be kind of paying attention, to pause, to wait. With regards to like kind of settling into a home environment, as I was saying, the planets here coming into alignment. So either there's things out of place, your home environment's just been a little different. Maybe your home routine has kind of maybe been all over the place, or maybe if it's connected back to the not feeling well or appointments or routine. So you're kind of settling in here. So you need some patience, allow it to come back together. As I was saying, if the fragility is your home environment, so like a renovation, a repair, where things are all pulled out, this is it getting put back together. If it's a work environment, just let the events that are out of your control, right, kind of settle down, ease down, come back in alignment. So there's like this kind of just pause, wait. It's all coming. It's all sort of returning back to your pace, returning back to the way you enjoy things to be. You'll kind of settle in, right? If you've had a change, you changed your environment, you'll make it your own. It'll feel like home again. Now this card in the intro, when I picked up the deck to shuffle, it was left behind. They didn't want me to shuffle at all. We just left the card. So we have the Five of Cups. And here it is a moving forward, right? She's heading back to her castle. Got a little bit of a hand here, just kind of stroking her hair. If this was a work environment, there could have been a little bit of chaos thrown by an employee's departure, right? It happens, and then we have to adjust. Same with home environment. Again, I was saying like repair work, but it could be, a departure from someone within your home. So it could be children going off to school. So now your routine feels different, right? Because you don't have the commitments that you were driving them to and from to. So kind of falling back into your own routine. But there's like a closure, a completion, even if it's that project, right? Contractor finishing the work that they're doing so that you can enjoy your environment. So sort of the final stages. Maybe there was a bit of delay, so she's a little upset that's not completed yet, but there's that pause, wait, patience. It's gonna work out. So the alignment message that they keep giving me, like, don't worry, your world is coming back into alignment. So I don't know what's concerning you here. I do feel like not really something you can control. maybe that's why it's bothersome to you. You have to rely on somebody else, or someone else is making the decisions. But I really don't see a large impact to your world here. It's more so allowing you to kind of find the footing, the stability, the foundation that you need. So you're going to gain it back. So there might have been a period of chaos, period of turmoil, period of just not knowing which way is up, right? Which way you're going, what's happening. And then there's this kind of settling in. Things are coming back together here in this kind of period. So with the new year comes in the completion of this cycle, sort of the reset that's happening. Just have a little bit more patience. It's happening. A new connection coming in while you're working on nourishing and gaining knowledge and really feeding your mind here. Maybe in a pursuit of some kind of passion, because the heart did come down. There's a reason why you're gathering a lot of knowledge, kind of feeding yourself here with good nourishment. And then, of course, we have the good favor, good luck ladybug on your recovery here, on your breath work, on easing yourself through this kind of recovery, repair period. Again, like I said, the clouds are parting here for me. The sunlight is coming through. You're kind of in your final stages here. You're in the last phase, last stage of this sort of period. So try to remain optimistic. You do have that little bit of good luck on your side.